Hey everyone, Living in Furnace here, and welcome back to Pokemon Omega Ruby, bug types only. It's been a while since I recorded. I learned a couple things. By the way, I might not be able to have commentary this whole time, because my mom is not away for long. You know, I don't want to bother her, but she's on just a teeny tiny errand. Probably not necessary, but whatever. Anyway, well, I decided to name my Nincada, or Nincada, is I keep forgetting. I can just use the, sort of touch screen. There we go. Potential. When I get to the ship, not really a ship, the cruiser, or the boat of sorts that Briney has, I will be heading back, because I need to train up this Nincada. I'm gonna give it like a different pronunciation every time. So the thing I learned, I looked it up, and Beautifly is actually pretty good in some respects. The only thing is, the issue being, though, is that, let me just head to Dewford. I'm already done with Petalburg. The thing about Beautifly is that it is very powerful. You know, that gust attack, I mean, you saw, like, those gusts really swept away Brawly. It's as if he got washed away or flown away in a hurricane. As grim as that can sound. Anyway, the thing with Beautifly, though, is that it is also rather kind of slow, and it's also kind of low in defenses. So it's not really gonna be one I really rely on, and I'm probably gonna change out to something later on. I guess I'll keep it around just because, you know, just for backup, in case I need it with all the trainers in the world to fight. I do tend to try to fight all the trainers. I probably should have. Oh wait, no. I didn't skip any. I was thinking that I was. So one of the times I was recording this, I was expecting a fisherman in Route 107, like 107, the southern part by the beach. But that fisherman is not a trainer in this game. I think he is in Pokemon Emerald. I don't know what he has, just Magikarp and Tentacool, I guess. Have we fought a Tentacool? Well, there's a first time for everything, because this guy, he fished up a Tentacool himself. So that is, that's what's going on. As you can see, I'm switching out a lot. This is how you train up if you don't have other ways to, you know, do better. I could fight this thing, but I think maybe with its supersonic would really get in the way. So yeah, I don't really want to train the Pokemon on the weaker ones. You know what I mean, like the wild Pokemon. There's not really many that are, you know, high level. Like the highest I can go outside of Granite Cave, and I guess also the route north of Slateport, but that route's a bit high. Besides those, there's just the Rust Turf Tunnel with the Whismur, which are actually kind of dangerous. They they can scream, and that hurts. Anyway, Gust works out even against the Tentacool. The Tentacool is actually kind of kind of defensive actually. So if you're trying to use a grass type, I guess, or an electric type, really, you might actually not quite defeat it. So that's that whole thing. And let me check something. I don't know why I felt the need. My uncle actually has a boat like this. Very similar, come to think of it. Although the backside is a little bit bigger on his, and the middle part is much smaller. But yeah, it sure is a boat. Plenty of people who are, you know, well-to-do, they tend to have such wonderful things, wonderful vehicles, I guess. I guess a boat's a vehicle, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna go up here and then just fight this girl first, I guess. There's no real reason for it. So, Azrael is funny in that it is actually a normal fairy type. You know, fairy type kind of adding a little something something. However, it does have bubble, and oh, I forgot to rename the thing. There we go. Potential the Nincada. So yeah, so I don't want to get hit by bubbles. Potential is indeed a ground type. Although the ground, so to speak, is really just some, like, webbing, which, okay, I guess that qualifies, but it is a bit odd. Alright. Bye, little girl. Thank you for the experience. Now, and speaking of generous little girls, this one gives this. Soft sand will actually come in handy. Yeah, okay. I'm not interested in your game, little girl. But thank you for this, because this is going to be my first held item to give to the Pokemon. Nincada will eventually get a ground type move. It'll take some time for sure. So I do need to be careful, because I don't think I showed you its moves, but it's really limited in moves. It's not like this thing can learn Rock Tomb. So I'll just show you. So that's what we have to work with. And keep in mind, that's like regular leech life. That's not like generation 8 or 7 or whatever. I think it was generation 8. When all of a sudden, leech life went from like 20 power to 80 power. So you get like, you know, Parasect and Venomoth, and they just wipe the floor with the psychic types. It's just, oh, it really is too much, especially because it's still, you know, an HP stealing move. Oh, and there's a fairy type move, just a fairy type growl, although it would affect a Whismur. Whismurs, you know, since, like, even though Whismurs are soundproof, like they don't hear things, they still are affected by everything else. So, level 18, pretty good. I think Surskit evolves at level 22, and I kind of really, I don't think I should evolve it until then, but it's kind of a decision. Let me fight this. Oh, right, not her. She's not a fighter. This guy, though. So the weird thing about Surskit is that when it evolves, it does become much more powerful, but it no longer is a water type. So its water type moves are not so strong, but it also becomes more vulnerable to those nasty, dangerous, what types are they? Fire types, yeah. So, you know, Diamond is like I really have to rely on Diamond to get through Gust, I guess. Oh dear, oh, and I'm confused too. And I'm slower, except I'm not, except I'm defeated anyway. Well, I think I can defeat this thing with potential. The reason why I called it potential is because it has the potential to give me quite an interesting Pokemon. You know, more or less. Alright, I'll just say it. With the space in my inventory, I can have 2 Pokemon when this thing evolves. And actually, one of them will be really useful. So I will want to evolve this thing by the time I get to the to the next gym. In fact. So, yeah. If you're aware, in case you didn't guess, the Pokemon in question is Shedinja, which cannot be affected by anything except for, you know, non-attacking moves or moves that are super effective. When up against electric types, that's the next gym, it does pretty well. However, it is also, well, vulnerable to status ailments and vulnerable to confusion. So if it gets confused and hits itself, that's it. It's done. But then again, that ground type move that I mentioned is Mud Slap, so I can not only do some damage with it against those electric types, but I can also lower their accuracy and probably not get hit by Supersonic. And hey, there's still a chance that they'll try like a Sonic Boom or something that doesn't hit. So I'm feeling kind of optimistic about my chances there. Brawly was really the exception. Like that, like he was the only easy gym leader. In fact, I think I'm actually gonna have difficulty with like all the gym leaders, except for maybe the 8th. But then again, the 8th gym leader is always difficult to deal with. You know, he's like the last one. He's got all these different types, but also one other type, like water type. That is, he's got a water grass type. No wait, no, not a grass type. He's got a water. Water ice type, a water, he's got a plain water type, but that's one that's really powerful, so that's also a thing. By then I'll probably have like Solar Beam or something to just, go through everything except the Gyarados, of course, you know, naturally, you know, it's gotta have that Gyarados. Being a flying type, and I think Gyarados has a lot of special defense because I always have difficulty dealing with it, even with like a Thunderbolt. So I do need to be wary, but I think I'll do okay. You know, I just gotta have something that can really hit hard, which is why I'm going to keep that Surskit Masquerain, probably as my only flying bug type, I guess. It's actually a funny thing. So